Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Aquarius is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. If there's anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Aquarius, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we've got a Three of Cups, abundance, celebration. This is really kind of like celebrating a victory, right? Celebrating a win. I feel like this is a peak experience in your life. Yeah. And this is a heart that is full, that is overflowing, that feels seen. It feels like you're being seen, you're being recognized. Yeah. And this is kind of a card of appreciation. Yeah. Let's put this into some context. Let's see what is going on here. This feels like very, very good energy. Now we've got an Ace of Swords. I wonder if there is maybe some sort of vindication that we feel, right? We feel that the truth has finally come out, and it feels really good now that maybe you have been seen and you have been heard. Yeah. And it feels like a blessing. It feels like we are getting exactly what we deserve here. And this feels really nice. Empress energy as well. Six of Pentacles energy. Ace of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. Wow, a lot of earth. A lot of earth energy here. I wonder if this is something happening at work. I wonder if there's been something going on at work that you feel, I don't know if you've been feeling kind of like treated unfairly, or if there was some sort of a conflict, or some sort of friction at work, some sort of confusion. There seemed like there was an incident, or there was something that needed figuring out, right? There was something that maybe management was like looking into, and now they're discovering that you kind of are you're the innocent party, or that you didn't do anything wrong, or that you were the one that kind of fixed this, or so there's this kind of vindication feeling that I'm getting. But there's also this feeling of appreciation, like you're being recognized for the work that you did. And it's almost feels like somebody's apologizing to you. And I think it feels really good now to feel like you have been seen and heard, right? That's the impression that I keep getting. And I feel like you're making some changes in that environment. So we've got a Six, we've got an Ace, we've got the Four of Pentacles. It feels like something going on at the workplace, or in some sort of like outside environment. I don't feel like this is something happening in your home. Maybe it is. Maybe it is happening in the home, but I feel like it has to do a lot with the associates, with the responsibilities of the home, with how everybody works together, right? It feels more like a workplace than a home. But it could be either one. Let's continue with the cards and see what else we've got. We've got the Eon card, Judgment, Rebirth, Reawakening, Baptism by Fire. This was a trial by fire. We've got the Lovers card. We've got a Princess of Pentacles and a Three of Pentacles. You did the right thing. You stood up for what was right. You have there's a very strong character in you. You stood up for what was right, and now it's like it's paying off. This feels like it's like blessings. It feels like these are some karmic rewards that are coming in for you. You did the right thing. You stood your ground. You have the very best of intentions in this situation, but you weren't going to compromise. You weren't going to budge on what you believed in. And it's paying off, because now I think you're being recognized or appreciated or honored for what you did. And I don't know what you did, but for what you did helped to stabilize everything. Yeah, you're the one that really were, I don't know if you were fighting for other people, right? Or you're standing up against something that just seemed unfair. I kind of have this feeling of you defending people or someone maybe. Yeah. Let's select the mystery card. Let's get this out of the way. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. And we're just going to set it down over here. We're going to put our very own Kelly Kapoor right on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together and it will give us the confirmation that we need, okay? If at any point during the reading you feel like you know what that card is, I want you to put your prediction down in the comments. Let's do it together. Let's make it a group exercise, okay? I think it'll be fun. Let's take a look around the room. We see for major arcana energies, these three, right? I wonder if this is even something that you kind of, maybe this is something in the home, because I feel like you've got this kind of like, you've got this caregiver kind of energy, and well, maybe it's at work too, could be. But I kind of feel like you've got this, like this den mother vibe, you know, where this is your family, and you're going to defend them. So it could be these are your coworkers, these are the people in your department, and maybe management was trying to come in and mess with things, right? Trying to do something unfair, cut hours, cut salaries, you know, let people go, whatever. You stood up for your people. So it has that family vibe. Could literally be your family, okay? But that's why I'm getting this kind of, I'm getting a mixture of the family, but also the work kind of energy. You fought hard for your loved ones, for your family, work family, your friends, your blood family, chosen family, whatever it is. You fought hard in order to bring about some sort of safety and security. You stood up for what was right, and now you're being celebrated for doing the right thing. Okay, and it wasn't easy. We've got that Eon card here. It wasn't easy, but I think it's almost like, you know, it's almost like you're the one that had to go and like negotiate with management in order to get better working conditions, in order to get everybody a raise or to get everybody that day off, right? It kind of reminds me of an episode of The Office, to tell you the truth. And I feel like you're being honored, you're being appreciated and recognized for what you did for the rest of us. Okay, it could be on a larger scale. Maybe it's not just in your own house. Maybe it's not just in your own department. Maybe it's something that's, more global. You know, it could be really something on the international stage, possibly. Right? I don't know, but I feel like you're righting a wrong. You're correcting something, right? I feel like it's a karmic reward. I feel like you've stood up for something that was wrong in order to make it right, and now you're being recognized and appreciated and thanked for that. Okay, now you're receiving the honors of that, and that's what the Three of Cups is appreciation and celebration, but it's also this good feeling that we have, this feeling that we did the right thing, and we were able to help people, we were able to heal people, or to right this wrong. That's the reward. I think there's probably some sort of financial thing too, or something in the physical realm that's also a reward for you. But I think the real satisfaction is that you did it, that you were able to help these people that you care about, whether they're family or friends or coworkers or the population of the earth. You know, it doesn't matter. The feeling is the same. Okay. So we've got the major arcana cards, and this is the Lover's card. Now, it doesn't mean that this is a romantic thing. It doesn't mean that this is it doesn't mean that it's a family thing, but it does mean that there is still a commitment to either, maybe it was one person, maybe you were defending one particular person that was being treated unfairly. But the point is that you committed to that person or that group. It feels, see, I'm getting some mixed things here. And maybe because there's a lot of you out there watching, but I'm getting this idea that there is a group, but then there's also maybe someone being singled out. Maybe somebody being singled out of that group, or the group kind of turning against one particular person, but you are doing the right thing and standing up for the harmony, standing up for kind of like the rights of everybody here. Because you feel, for whatever reason, you feel that it is your Maybe it's just your human duty, right, to take care of people, to do something like this for people. Maybe this is taking place in like a healthcare setting or something like that. Maybe you're a patient advocate, right? Something along those lines anyway. Very good major arcana cards. And I think that the Eon card here, while this is also a card of, a trial by fire, it was a difficult battle, but you got through it. Well, Spirit could be giving us that just with like a 5 or a 7 of wands, right? But no, Spirit chose the Eon card for that. Because I think that this is not only one particular battle that you got through, right? You made it through the other side of it. But this is also something now that is like, it's something that's changing the course of history almost, right? You're setting a precedent for the future. So it's not just a win for you and this other person in this particular situation, but you're setting the standard now for everybody else, right? So this goes beyond you. This is something a lot larger than just you and this particular detail. This is something that changes, maybe changes the rules here. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? And so you're really standing up for something that goes way beyond just you and this other person. And that's why I think Spirit chose the Eon card instead of something like a 5 or a 7 of wands to show the difficult battle that this was, or is, or will be. It depends on where you're at in this timeline. The 4, of course, is the safety, security, and stability of this situation now in the future, that you've helped somebody secure their job or get that kind of job security, or you've helped somebody become whole again, right? I'm getting there's a lot of different kinds of energies here, because I feel like this is repairing something. This is restoring something. I don't know, maybe, are you an attorney or something? I feel like you're like a patient advocate or something like that fights for other people. And if this is a healthcare thing, you're fighting to get somebody the treatment that they needed, right? Or for the hospital or for the insurance company to approve something so that they could get what they need to restore their stability, like this 4 of Pentacles, yeah. And it feels like it's definitely a battle. Definitely a battle. We don't want to forget about that Ace of Swords underneath there. Never for a moment did you doubt what you're doing. You know that what you're doing is absolutely right, and you've committed your time and energy to this, blood, sweat, and tears, in order to reach this outcome, in order to stabilize this thing and get something. Well, you could be a doctor or a nurse, and what you're battling is the disease, right? Is the illness, and it's something that you never gave up. You never doubted. You have this clarity, right? Ace of Swords here. And maybe it was even you were the only light in a sea of darkness here. You're the only one that held fast to this belief. Even when everybody else was doubting you, you did not budge. Yeah, you did not budge. And it's a good feeling, and this is going to bring you a lot of satisfaction spiritually, emotionally, but I think it's also securing your future in terms of, now you kind of have this recognition for what you can do, and so it's bringing you a lot of success and achievement in your earthly life, okay, if you will. Maybe you're getting paid, you know what I'm saying? It has a lot of benefits across the board here. And it's because you did not give up. You did not doubt. You did not waver. Even when everybody else was against you, you held on to that light. You held the torch. Yeah. I'm very curious what this is. Very, very curious. I like the Empress down here. It shows that kind of nurturing, motherly, caregiver kind of quality, which of course leads me down the road of healthcare or something like that. More so than law, I am thinking more healthcare. But this could be something totally different. The idea here is that you feel a responsibility to take care of someone or something. That there's some sort of care being given, that some sort of healing that you're helping to facilitate. You feel a responsibility. You feel a kinship with someone or something, and therefore it's easy for you to accept the duty of caring for this or advocating for someone. Okay. Well, it could be you're advocating for yourself too, right? That certainly would fit with all these energies. Okay. So yeah, there is that possibility that we are advocating for ourselves here. And it's kind of one of these situations. We have the many and we have the one. And it's kind of, if you think about what an insurance company or bureaucracy might say, it's like, well, we have to do what's good for the group. We can't make an exception for one person, because then we got to make an exception for everybody, right? It's that age-old excuse that we have to do what's kind of best for the whole group. We can't give special treatment to just one out of a million people, right? And so there is this question of ethics and integrity and principles that I think you are really standing up for and getting this thing accomplished. And this just feels amazing to me. It feels like I need to thank you for what you're doing, even though I don't know the details. It has this kind of energy to it. And it is, again, like I said with the Eon card, something that is setting a precedent. It's setting a standard for the future beyond just you and this particular thing. It's something that's going to it's going to cause a lot of changes in the world, right? But this is also, I think, opening up doors for you, personally as well as professionally, because now it's kind of like, well, now you're kind of becoming known as that person that did that thing. Yeah. And so I feel like there's a lot of unexpected benefits, and you weren't doing it for money, you're not doing it for fortune and fame, but you deserve these rewards. So take advantage. If this opens up new doorways for your career, or your personal life, or your creative life, or whatever, do it. Take advantage of that. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay. Lover's card next. Again, this is kind of your commitment. This is your choice to commit and devote all of your energy to that partnership. So it does feel like you're either, it kind of, have you seen that show House, MD, with Hugh Laurie? Love Hugh Laurie. I heard that he's a fan of the channel, by the way, that he watches his readings. I don't know if that's true. Heard it from a friend. But he had that show House, MD. That's one of my favorite shows, right? One of my favorite shows. And it's kind of like that, where he would commit to one particular case. And yeah, he had his own reasons. That's kind of beside the point. But he'd commit to one case, and he would advocate for that solution or that patient, really. And if you haven't seen the show, go watch the show. You'll know what I mean. That he was willing to put his own career on the line because he believed in something so much. And yeah, he had this very callous, kind of cynical attitude, which that made the show kind of fun, created some tension and stuff. But he was so committed to what he believed that he was willing to fight that fight, to advocate for that patient or for that treatment or whatever it was. And he was kind of on a one-by-one basis, right? He was a diagnostician. His team would take one case, and that would be the episode, and they would do everything they could to solve that case and to find that cure, And then the next week, the next episode would be another one, And that's kind of what the Lover's card is. It's committing to something with all of your being until we accomplish it, and then next week, the next episode, we do the same thing again. So it leads me to think that maybe you are in some sort of healthcare thing or some kind of, patient advocate, where it's just like you take on one purpose at a time, one fight, and you give it everything you have, and you make a difference. And that, to me, that is kind of the greatest asset that we human beings have, people like you, And we've got now we've got the Princess of Pentacles. This is in the position of the difficulty. This is the obstacle kind of card right here. And this is really, to me, in a very simple way, it seems that you are being offered a lot of money and fortune and fame for what you do, and that's kind of the obstacle in your own ethical dilemma. Do you allow yourself to accept these blessings and these rewards in your own life? And Of course, I think, yes, you should. You earn them, you deserve them. And Spirit is saying that this is a way that you're making a difference in the world, and it's okay for you to have personal achievement as well, right? And this card is kind of that infinite wealth that's out there for you, and it's how do we resolve that ethical dilemma? We're doing something that is benefiting the world, right? Should we profit from that? I don't know the answer. But that, I think, is what you're kind of wrestling with. Spirit, it seems to me, to be saying, you deserve it. You should, yes. You should profit from that, from what you're doing. You should have goals and achievements that you allow yourself to reach and to celebrate. Okay? You're a very principled person, at least right now anyway. I don't know generally if you consider yourself that, but right now it feels like you really truly are. And you're trying to move forward in life in such a way where your spirit, your heart, and your mind, your beliefs, your values, everything is in the same lane. Everything is unified. That if something feels not connected, if they're not part of this harmony and unity, then you don't do that thing, right? That's integrity. This is the Three of Wands. The Trinity is really a unity. Okay, but we look at our intentions, we look at what we want to do, and we think, is it in harmony with my spiritual beliefs? Is it in harmony with my beliefs about the world? Is it in harmony with my values as a human being, as a spiritual being? We ask ourselves these kind of ethical questions, and then we decide if our actions are righteous or not. Righteous in a real way. If they are right for you in your life. And so I think that you're asking yourself these questions a lot, especially when we witness things in the world, injustices and mistreatment and unfair treatment of people, and in whatever field you're in, if it's law or healthcare or whatever. Maybe you are a diagnostician or something, I don't know. We ask ourselves those questions, and we determine what the best course of action is. I want to look at the mystery card. I'm very curious. This reading is unlike any other reading I've had, but I feel like you are being blessed with this appreciation, this recognition, and all of this physical rewards too. Monetary, fortune, fame, whatever it might be, career opportunities. Yes, you should, I think, receive all of these blessings. These are the rewards that you deserve. Let's see what the mystery card is. I'm not going to guess. I'm going to let you predict it. Put it down in the comments. I'm not going to try to figure this out. We're just going to take a look. The Eight of Pentacles. The rewards don't matter to you. It's kind of like you're being celebrated. People want to lift you up and champion you as the hero or the heroine here. But you're just kind of like, no, I've got more work to do. There's a real humbleness in you. You're always doing the right thing, and it's kind of like you do need to stop and allow the feeling to receive the blessings. You've earned these rewards, you deserve them, but your attitude is just like, I've got more work to do. You're the real superhero of the world, and I mean that sincerely. This takes character. Right? Most people would celebrate, right? Most people, we'd have a 9 of cups, 10 of cups. It would just be living large and just taking the big win, But you're just kind of, it's back to work. And maybe you're receiving the blessings, you're receiving the rewards physically, spiritually, emotionally, the satisfaction, and you're saying, yes, thank you. I appreciate it. Now please leave. I've got work to do, this is what you do. And you're not doing it for the rewards. You're doing it because it's the right thing. And I really admire that. We're going to do an extended reading as well. If you want to stick around, there's a link in the corner. There's a link down below. New readings for Aquarius Thursday and Sunday. But I'm here every day. You can come see me again tomorrow. We can talk. Okay. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. It does not cost you anything. And leave a comment for me. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. Check out my wife's channel. She does tea leaf readings. Her channel is Ula Tea Leaf Readings. That's ULA Tea Leaf Readings. Marvelous work. I promise you will love it. I want you to know, Aquarius, that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.